Chris, you always hear managers say they're down on numbers. They always complain that they need to sign more players. But does he have a point with Birmingham this season?
Yeah, they've got a few injuries. I think a few big players missing as well. But the quality and depth there. You know, I think all managers, all teams have that problem throughout a long campaign. Of course, every manager's under pressure to win games, but I think what he does behind the scenes as well is really appreciated. You know what I mean? The effort that he puts in, how he delivers, how professional he is, and he will get it right. It's just about having that stability, and I think the owners there will give him that time.
Well, 2 points and 3 places separate two sides with lofty ambitions, somewhat underperforming in this unforgiving championship season. Big spending Birmingham in 14th, arrive having beaten the leaders Coventry in their last league outing, though that was a first win in 8 for under-fire boss Chris Davis. Swansea's new head coach Vitor Matos just missed out on Manager of the Month after 4 wins from 6 in December, lifted the home side up to 17th, but a penalty shootout exit in the FA Cup here at the Swansea.com Stadium last weekend has soured the mood somewhat. Matos makes 3 changes from the side that started against West Brom. He's changed his goalkeeper back to the more regular Lawrence Vigouroux. Kieran Casey has been recalled by West Ham and immediately already gone out on loan to League One. And Marko Stemenic, a summer signing from Nottingham Forest, misses out. In comes Vigouroux with experienced Cameron Burgess, who played in the Premier League with Ipswich last year, and Jay Fulton into the midfield. Birmingham just the 1 change from their FA Cup victory against Cambridge. Robinson drops out of the back. Phil Newman, a player signed in the summer from Germany, such hope and expectation that he would be a leading force for them, comes back in to the starting lineup. So it'll be Vigouroux in goal for Swansea, Ethan Galbraith, Ben Cabango, Cameron Burgess and Josh Timon. Gonzalo Franco is the holding midfielder, or the brilliantly named Ronald on the right wing. Jay Fulton, Malka Vidal and Jisung in midfield. Zan Vapotnik, their leading scorer, up top. Birmingham have the on-loan goalkeeper James Beadle between the posts. Tomoki Iwata, Phil Newman, Christoph Clare and the new signing in January Kai Wagner at the back. On loan from Wolves, Tommy Doyle joins Pike in midfield with Patrick Roberts, Kyogo and Lewis Kumas, whose dad of course was such a glorious player for Cardiff back in the day, so he might get a few interesting reactions tonight, all in support of Marvin Dukes up top. On the respective benches for Swansea, it's Andy Fisher, Josh Key, Marko Stemenic, Manik Yaukorde, Liam Cullen, the brilliantly named Bobby Wales, Joel Ward, Zaidan Anusa and Ollie Cooper. For Birmingham, the backup keeper Ryan Alsop, Scott Wright, Willem Forth, Willemson, Alphonse Samsted, Kanya Fujimoto, Jay Stansfield, Menzi Mazwi, Dan Isache and William Burrell, as Chris Davis has to go to some youngsters amongst his replacements. I'm Mikey Burrows, Chris Owellamo alongside me, and hopefully we're in for plenty more drama in the EFL tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting game. I think Vitor Matos, I think with this environment here as well, the players will feed off that, get in the face. They can't really allow Birmingham to come away from home and dictate the tempo, use the ball well, which they'll try and do. That possession game, get into those wide areas, it's all about end product as well. But this defensive line of Swansea will step up and they'll make sure the distances are right so they can put that pressure on and force the area in the right areas.
So it's Birmingham all in red tonight in their change strip against Swansea all in white. The away side, the Blues, will get us underway. Kyogo stood waiting for the nod from the television match producers. The home side Swansea will play from right to left as we look at it first half. So the away side Birmingham defending the north stand end away to our left where their supporters are. South stand away to our right, the main singing stand. And we're underway. It's been a dramatic day full of plenty of footballing stories. And we hope for a couple more here in South Wales this evening. You can hear the Birmingham fans already in fine voice as they win a throw-in over on the left-hand side, just over the halfway line. Yeah, I'm looking at that there. You know, when it's coming from Beadle, I think more of an angle ball. You know, if anything overhit it, it's so important that when you do that, you have to pick up second balls. All forwards, Birmingham losing out on possession. Swansea trying to get it up towards Vopotnik. Already some interesting physical battles going on the halfway line. The ball's going to bounce harmlessly out of play for a Swansea throw.
Yeah, you see Jay Fulton there, he has that composure. Still just to try and slow it down, get those nice little touches in, little set. But again, that pass for Vopotnik, it has to be in behind. Give him something to go and run, and then you can step up and, like you say, press in the right areas.
Newman coming across for Birmingham. Newman Wagner with a little shove in the back, but the officials happy enough with it. Tom Neild of West Yorkshire is the man in charge tonight. He's done 4 Swansea games previously. They've won 2 and drawn 1, lost 1 of them. Only the one previous Birmingham game, it was a 2-1 win against Blackpool in the FA Cup second round in December of 2024. I don't have too much knowledge of some of these players in front of him. Zawata lifts it forwards, comfortable pass back by Fulton. Nice football by Swansea. Probably won't be the last time I say that tonight.
No, that's what you want. You know, I think that's what Burgess brings. Has that composure, he can bounce it into Fulton there, and like you say, Franco will always want the ball as well.
That little roar was for the South Korean Ji-sung who tried to move it forwards, but in the end Swansea recycle and play out to the left hand side. Comes back in field to We've played just about 2 minutes, just slightly more at the Swansea.com stadium. Bit of a loose pass, and chase was on there for Lewis Koumas, who couldn't quite intercept it. And his challenge is going to be penalised about 15 yards inside to the Birmingham City half.
See, I think that's an opportunity there. You know, it gets away from Galbraith a little bit, but then he's onto it, fires it into Ronaldo. I think a little 1-2 straight back, first touch into his path. Galbraith can run in behind there.
I love that you've given it the Brazilian samba flair of Ronaldo. In my mind, it's Ronald.
I'll say whatever you say, Mikey.
You gotta love it. Ji-sung looking to switch it over to that right hand side. Ronald's ball back in field, the back header. Zapotnik trying to tee it up towards Fulton on the edge of the penalty area. His shot was charged down. Might have been a sore one for Lewis Koumas, that. Low, dangerous ball into the edge of the 6-yard box and cleared away by Newman.
See, I think that's another big opportunity. Vidal just needs to swivel there, get the shot away. He sets it for Fulton. I think Fulton has to go out to Ronald there, and then it's down to him. Can he then commit the defender? End product. But good possession in that attacking third.
Cabango working the ball out to the right hand side. Fulton will try and feed it in towards Zapotnik. Just a heavy touch, and able to turn and flick it over the halfway line. But Birmingham struggling to hold on to possession with nearly 4 minutes played. It's all the home side who are dictating the terms and tempo so far.
Yeah, they're using the ball very, very well, and this is something I love to see. It's an excellent ball, isn't it? Cabango finding Ronaldo there. But you're looking at there, I think Vopotnik, he's always wanting the ball. He knows if it's Burgess, if it's Cabango, even Fulton, if he presents himself, they can thread it through. They'll take the risk. It's all about risk and reward, and that's something Vitor Matos has brought to this squad.
Ji-sung running at pace down the left-hand side for Swansea. Got to about 20 yards from the Birmingham goal. Found his route blocked off, and it's recycled back to the halfway line. He
needs to do that more though, Mikey. You know, every time he gets the ball, he has that attribute that he can drive. He's such a strong runner, such a great technical ability as well. But too many times for me, it's the safety option. He'll take that first touch backwards, slow it all down.
I saw a bit of a red wall in front of him, didn't he? In fairness to him, that was a late challenge on Iwata by Malcolm Vidal, Swede, and Birmingham captain just getting a bit of attention. So it's been a dramatic day, plenty going on. The game day phone in with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy over on Talksport now. Might be a bit of conversation about the Manchester derby, you imagine? Just a little bit. Jamie O'Hara will be pretty happy. But not so with Spurs. 2-1 defeat to West Ham today. Flick on up towards the edge of the penalty area. Hooked goalwards by Dukes, but comfortably wide of the far post.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Fantastic quality. Dixie knows exactly where the goal is there. Knows exactly what he wants to do with the ball. Just the connection wasn't there. I think Vigourou's beaten, I'll be honest. I think if he hits the target there, that back post area, that's just sneaking in.
Yeah, West Ham winning at Spurs 2-1. Chelsea beating Brentford 2-0. So you can imagine Jason Cundy is the happier of those two in the studio over on Talksport right now. The Waters header goes harmlessly back to Beadle in the Birmingham goal. Dressed all in green. Just past the 6-minute mark in South Wales. And only that flash of an opportunity for Marvin Dukes, the closest either side have come to testing the goalkeeper. Walter looking back to Newman, having to play the ball in field. That's clever. Back on the turn. Dukes recycling via Clara. Now Wagner in space down the left-hand side, deep inside the Swansea half, attempting to cross, and it didn't beat the first man. Does come through to Kyogo. Edge of the penalty area, just took too long.
He's not going to get that time.
Wagner delivering a dangerous ball in, and Vigouroux is there to claim it just inside the 6-yard box.
It was much better from Birmingham though. Excellent play, all came from the latter. Good control, firing it in, and I've got to say, great from Pekin there as well. As soon as it goes out wide, Kyogo, excellent little pocket as well. Great first touch. He takes that touch and he knows where the goal is. He's got to make sure he gets that shot away, because it's fantastic build-up play, but it has to be end product off the back of it.
66% domination for the home side, Swansea, so far. Well, they haven't been able to turn that possession dominance into opportunities. Lovely turn by Vidal, trying to drive Swansea on. Looking across to Rapotnik, it comes through to Ji Sung-am. Up towards the edge of the penalty, cutting in, right foot curling effort. And it's into the safe arms of Beadle, and he would have been worried for a moment because Phil Newman almost went to try and head it, had to duck away at the last moment. Yeah,
I think that's just a little bit of communication. Well, you'd hope so as well. Beadle talking all the while there, but fantastic. Vidal just turns his man, driving, and I think Rapotnik's done very, very well there, because there's a lot on it. He can't control it, probably get an opportunity away, but I need more from him. He's done everything right, just the connection. You know, he's a couple of metres away from the player. Take another touch, commit the defender, but then open. You're closer to goal, but make sure you put the laces through it, or a little bit more power. Ask that question of Beadle.
Burgess flashing a ball across the face of his own penalty area, got away with it. You heard the oohs and ahs of the crowd. Strong run out to the left-hand side. It comes for Swansea. Simon.
This is what Galbraith does very, very well.
He's clipped one up towards the edge of the penalty area, with distance on the header away by Clara. Picked up by Roberts, forced back towards the edge of his own penalty area. Looking to clip it towards Kumas, who wanted to chest it on, but it was well read by Cabango. Burgess sliding in. Clara hoofing it clear towards the halfway line. It's not pretty for Birmingham at the moment. Offside flag. It's going to pull it back for them to get another chance to just try and settle down a little bit.
Yeah, but like you say, I think the way that Swansea side without the ball as well, they'll go after it, they'll force the issue. I was saying about Galbraith there now, he's a midfielder, you know, he's central, so playing right fullback. I think Vitor Matos has given the licence to, can you then, when the time's right, go in there and get the advantage, that extra man in there. Very, very good technical player as well, and you can see that. He can drive forward, he can commit to the player, but he's got that final pass. He can execute that excellent defence cutting pass as well, which it's always nice to see.
Beadle launching it up towards the edge of the penalty area. It'll flick on by Clara. Kyogo couldn't quite get there. It's going to be struck by Roberts, first time left-footed, and charged down by Burgess for a Birmingham corner, their first of the game. 9.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, much better from Birmingham. Okay, Kyogo doesn't keep the ball, but Peake picks up the second. And like you say, Roberts, I don't mind him taking that opportunity on. He definitely has it, both feet as well, especially coming in off his left there, just trying to find that corner, but good block.
Tommy Doyle, man on loan from Wolverhampton Wanderers. They could probably do with him in the Premier League right now. He's got 3 assists from set plays so far this season. Can he do it again for Birmingham to break the deadlock? Corner right-footed from the right-hand side. Out-swinging delivery, it goes low, and it's flicked goalwards and just about scrambled away. It'll come back to Doyle on the right, whipped in towards the near post and headed behind for another corner.
Yeah, well, I think it's an excellent corner. Tommy Doyle just fires it towards the penalty spot. It's Peake that comes, he gets the touch. I need more from Dukes. He's there, he knows where the goal is. Basically, he can actually protect the ball or just help it on. He's just tried to flick it in. I need more. He's such a good technical big player as well. He can hold the ball up, especially a yard from the goal line.
Wagner's taken over corner taking duties, so left-footed from the right-hand side this time, an in-swinger. Goes higher, deeper towards the far post. The goalkeeper comes, dropped it on the back of his central defender, but Swansea get away with it. And it's smashed up towards the halfway line. One in the air by Paik. Newman trying to bring it down. We'll leave it for Wagner. Oh, he ended up kicking the ball into his own face, and the referee's just going to pause it for a moment. Has that been given as a handball against him? Interesting one. No, they are just going to give the throw Swansea's way.
Yeah, I've got to say, I think Tom Neill, the referee, I think he's got that one spot on. I think both players had their feet up. I think Franco got the touch, and it's came off. Was it Newman, was it?
It was Kai Wagner who was trying to get himself back into position, the Birmingham left back. This is Burgess. Infield to Cabango, Wales international. Galbraith playing it wide. Galbraith has seen plenty of the ball so far. Let's have all of those in white for Swansea. As we hit the 12th minute mark, Swansea 0, Birmingham 0 on Talksport 2. Part 3 of a brilliant triple bill of championship action. Home of the EFL on Talksport 2. All played down the line. It's going to have gone out of play for a Birmingham throw. Fairly deep inside their own half. Who's the happier of the two managers so far, Chris Owellamo?
Yeah, I've got to say, I think Swansea have had a lot more of the ball. I think shown a little bit more quality. I understand Birmingham away from home, but that defensive line sitting too deep for me. I'd step another 10, 15 yards, and it just means the likes of that front two, front three can actually go and put a little bit of pressure on. And the likes of Kyogo and Dukes as well. It's Roberts. It's so important that they can try and force the issue. Lewis Kumis is coming in as well.
Well, Birmingham did get the better of Swansea when they met in September. Lyndon Dykes with a last-minute goal. He subsequently moved on to Charlton this week. So there's no opportunity for him to come off the bench and provide some inspiration. They're actually unbeaten in the last 9 meetings, Birmingham, between these two. Last Swansea win was in July of 2020. Jude Bellingham was a Birmingham sub, and Conor Gallagher and Mark Gahey, who's the talk of the town right now, playing in the Swansea side. That feels a lifetime ago. Galbraith on the halfway line. Big long diagonal ball up towards Vopotnik. Very good centre forwards header. Doyle got there first for Birmingham. Flicks it high into the night sky. And it comes off Doyle's head in the end and goes back to Beadle.
So I think that's an excellent ball. Great movement from Vopotnik as well. Excellent header. All matches need you to be in there. Gamble, anticipate rather than be reactive. You know your player, he's going to win a majority of those aerial duels.
Long ball was fairly flat from Birmingham. He didn't really give Kyogo much of an opportunity to get on to the end of it. Here's the Birmingham fans who are in fine voice so far tonight.
Well, just to watch Clara, look at Newman, look at the defensive line. Newman's about 3 metres behind Clara, and it's as a striker, especially if you're looking at Vidal, who's in there just now, that's an opportunity. Third man running, you've got to run off the back of that. Clara's talking to Newman all the while, saying you've got to step up, they've got to be in line. But he's trying to steal a couple of yards because obviously he's threatened by Vopotnik.
Returned by Paik, flicked by Roberts. Dukes up towards the edge of the penalty area, leaves it for Roberts, who tried to help it out to the right hand side to Iwata. And he was comfortably intercepted.
Oh, ball.
Vopotnik switching it out to the right hand side. Over the halfway line comes Swansea. An early ball in behind. Ji-Sung-um up to the edge of the penalty area. On his right foot, low finish. Just beyond the far post. There was a deflection on it that took it behind for the corner, but that's much better from Swansea a quarter of an hour in.
Outstanding. Vopotnik, little reverse pass out to Ronald, and then all of a sudden he just feels it in between the last defender and goalkeeper. Omzia does everything right in my opinion, takes it across the defender, but Newman gets that little final touch, doesn't he? Gets the shot away. I don't think the connection was great, but I think he's definitely on target, but then that connection just comes off the back leg of, I think it's the right leg of Newman there. Fantastic defending.
So Swansea corner, an opportunity to swing a ball into the Birmingham penalty area. From the Swansea left, it'll be a right-footed take from Ji Sung-um. Swansea's first corner of the game. Birmingham have had 2. It is goalless. Delivered in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper punches to the right-hand corner of the penalty area. Swansea look at it. Vidal's delivery in. Looping header will go harmlessly behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think Vidal, I needed a little bit more on the cross. You know, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking he can't really do anything with that Fulton. You know, he's trying to just kind of help it on, but it's basically down at thigh level, knee level there. So Vidal just beat that first man, put it right on the money, give someone something to go and attack.
Vidal has his 2 central defenders short for options, but chooses to launch it downfield in the direction of Dukes, but it didn't get through to the big man up top. Kyogo trying to block the route back to the goalkeeper. Wata with the interception for Birmingham. Gets it back from Doyle. And further backwards to Newman. It was an eagerly anticipated arrival, but talking to some of our colleagues who cover Birmingham on a regular basis, saying he's been a little bit disappointing. Will Newman, they thought he'd be stronger. Well, here's Kumas down the left-hand side. Good strength from him. The pull back towards Dukes on his left foot. Saw his shot charge down. Just there's a player down inside the penalty area. He'll need some attention.
Just look at the reaction of Kyogo here. Kumas has to just play it across. We don't have the luxury of a monitor, but the table in front of us do, Mikey, and it's just waiting till you see this. It is so blatant. And like you say, Dukes does everything right. For me, he has to take it first time. Why take a touch here? I'm just looking at it now. He's driving in behind. He's done ever so well.
It's completely unmarked, Chris.
Oh, he's just got to put it across the 6-yard line. A wee bit of pace. Kyogo's running onto it. Dukes actually takes a touch. I think he can just open up his foot and find that bottom right-hand corner. And to be fair, Vigor is going to be blindsided anyway there. Big opportunity.
Well, here's my question for you. When you're a man who's not scored yet in the Championship, you're desperate for it. What are you saying to your teammate, if you can say it in terms that we can talk about on Talksport too?
Well, I'm sure he's said it in those exact terms, but yeah, I think he's still having a little pop now, and he's got to find them. You know, with the quality that Kumas has, get your head up, and it's like you say, he's unmarked. The movement is excellent, and you just need that little bit of luck, don't you?
I mean, in fairness to Kumas, he was trying to pull it back for Dukes, who scored 2 goals against Coventry the other week, whereas Kyogo's not scored for 23 Championship games. I know who I'm passing to.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. And, you know what I mean? I think Dukes has to just take it first time there. It's still an excellent ball to Dukes, the way to pass, the cut back. He had that composure, but I think it's still a big opportunity. I think, for me, it's the wrong pass.
Big long diagonal ball forwards from Swansea towards the run of Vidal. One in the air by Newman. Doyle brings it down.
He's get that
dispossessed by who tries to strike it from distance, but it's a long way over the top of the crossbar. And Tommy Doyle apologising to his teammates.
Yeah, rightfully so. I don't know what he's trying to do. You know, it's 3-touch maximum there. He took 3 touches just to get the ball under control, and we all know the quality he's got, Mikey. Very, very good technical player. Excellent little position there as well. But he's facing it back. He's basically facing his goal. Open up your shoulders so when you receive the ball, your first touch can be, boom, in behind.
A powerful header won by Burgess. The Australian, you feel, will do that all night. It's a loose pass by Newman, though. Pounced on by Timon. He's got some good stats figures, the left back for Swansea this year. He has been a fruitful avenue for them all campaign. 5 assists, the most in the squad, the most assists and chances created, 38 so far this season. He's played 30 games, so he's consistent.
No, he brings energy. You know, I think up and down. He's defensively sound as well. He can tackle hard, but he's got that end product. Comes in, he can nick a few goals himself. But it's always about the quality that's coming in from those wide areas.
Loose pass from Swansea again.
He's in.
They didn't manage to make anything of it. Early cross in. Brilliant chance, and it's taken. Zan Vopotnik, the top scorer, didn't need a second invitation. First chance he's had all night. It's laid on a plate, and he still had quite a lot to do, but he met it with a sweet connection. Beadle in the Birmingham goal, couldn't do anything about it, and it finds its way looping into the top corner. It's Swansea 1, Birmingham 0.
Well, it's an excellent goal, and it's just about that high press. Franco goes and he puts that press on, and he gets the ball. He's got no right to get the ball there, but he's in behind, and what does he do? He gets his head up, the right place, right time. You know your players, know your wide men, know you're going to get a delivery, and it comes in, and you know what? It's an excellent finish. It's just about the connection. All the pace is on the ball itself. It's just the goal never moves, Mikey. Just make sure the connection's right. And to be fair, Beadle gets a hand to it as well. Takes it into the ground and puts it into the roof of the net. It's an excellent ball in, and it's a fantastic finish from Vipotnik.
Beale is so unlucky. He gets a hand to it, and that's what makes it loop up into the top corner. He's tried to make himself as big as possible, but when you're that close in from that kind of range, a guy in that kind of form, he doesn't miss those opportunities.
No, he doesn't. What is that, 11? Is it he scored 11 of Swansea's got 38, is it now? 13
in 30 for him so far this season in all competitions.
Yeah. League goals, isn't it? It's one of them. It's over 33% or something, isn't it, of the goals. I don't think any other championship strikers scored more of a percentage-wise. So it's he's if you give him the service, he's an absolute nuisance, isn't he? He's a threat.
And just as we were talking a few minutes ago, as Beadle takes the ball back into his penalty area, that opportunity that Birmingham had, where Kumas could have crossed in a similar type of scenario for Kyogo and chose not to. Swansea, they just made that move. They put the ball in the penalty area, and you as a big striker would have been shouting there, just give me the service and I'll do the rest.
Well, that's what it was all about. You know, I think I was very reliant on my wide men, my fullbacks, but you've got to have that relationship with them, that they know, what they're going to do before they get the ball, because it's one of them. They know where you're going to be. Franco got the ball there, head up. He had that quality. Vipotnik's in the right place, but he knows his wide players. He knows that they're going to get that quality in. Well, you know the player, Franco's all over the place. He's central, he's out left, he's out right, but as soon as he got the ball, Vipotnik knew, I'm on the move.
So Swansea 1, Birmingham 0 on Talksport 2 this evening. We saw a turnaround in the lunchtime game as Coventry came from behind to win their derby with Leicester. As Kyogo tries to put a low ball into the Swansea penalty area, cleared away for a Birmingham throw, just about 10 yards from the right-hand corner flag. And away win for Hull at Southampton in our 3 o'clock kickoff. What lies in store for the remainder of this one? We've passed the midway point of the first half, and it's Swansea City who lead Birmingham City. Big header forwards by Clara towards the edge of the penalty area, away by Cabango, brought down by Vipotnik, who I don't think was meaning to try and play that off Ronald. And there's a late challenge that will result in a Birmingham free kick a couple of yards inside the Swansea half.
Yeah, if I'm Chris Davies, I just want a little bit more urgency. I think even now, if you look at body language, get the ball, a little bit of tempo. Can we take a quick free kick? Can we drive forward? Swansea without the ball, they have that urgency.
Mikey Burrows and Chris Owellamo with you on Talksport 2 tonight. 24 minutes played. Birmingham trying to find a route back into the game. Sent the big boys forwards. They're a couple of yards outside the Swansea penalty area. Tommy Doyle trying to launch it up towards the box. It'll be a free header by Burgess away. Up to the Birmingham right-hand side. Owata ran out of room. Ends up conceding the throw.
Yeah, I just think Owata can just put that ball back in the box. I think put a little bit of pressure on it. At the minute, they need to win more second balls, but when they get it, it's slow the game right down. Birmingham just need that little bit extra. Can they pass forward and then go and support?
Throw down the line, header in field. Pate lifts it forwards, Dux for Kumas. Strong challenge by Galbraith, steals it from him. Past the midway point of the Swansea half, out to the left-hand side to Vipotnik. Will recycle via Burgess. Across to Cabango. To the right-hand side for Franco. What I love to see about this Swansea team, Chris, is just the way that they're interchanged positions. Franco, supposedly the holding midfielder, but he set up the goal out on the right-hand side, and we've already seen Galbraith moving. Verpotnik, the striker, out on the left there just a moment ago.
Yeah.
That's the modern game, isn't it?
Well, it is. Let's players understanding where the space is. What I will say, I think having Fulton as that kind of, like you say, that 6, it just allows Franco to go here, there and everywhere. Now Vidal as well, they have a real understanding how they rotate. Obviously Ronald will come in. You've got that in my head.
I've spooked you now, haven't I?
So he comes inside quite a lot, and that's where Franco will find himself in those positions.
So you're a man who knows that commentators often struggle to pronounce surnames. I always remember it back from your Wolves days. A mutual friend of ours, Carl Henry, in a song that he always used to chant towards you. I won't say anything else that he used to say about it.
It's got a great story behind it, that as well.
Here's Vidal. Are we able to tell that story? I don't know whether we can. Paik is going to be penalised for a sliding challenge. And that's a Swansea free kick inside their own half. I don't think we've really said that Chris and I go a long way back. All the way back to his playing days at Wolverhampton Wanderers. And I was there. I gave you your first opportunity to commentate.
You did, yeah.
12 years ago.
Oh, that's appreciated, thank you.
You could barely fit into the seat in the press box at Molineux. Nothing's changed. Still a beast of a man. How you maintain such a fine figure, I never know.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Honestly, you enjoy the famous George Edakobe. Too much time in the gym. Birmingham free kick midway inside their own half.
So look at this. Look how high the Swansea defensive line is at the minute, Mikey. And this is where you're looking at Beadle now. Just look at where all the players are. You're looking at Dukes, Kyogo, Patrick Robert. They're all there. Look at the space in this right-hand channel here.
Yeah, it's very narrow, isn't it?
It has to be.
You could throw a blanket over them. They're so close together. Midway inside the Swansea half. Free kick midway inside the Birmingham one. Beadle, the goalkeeper. Big long diagonal ball up towards Clara. Didn't quite get his head to it. And Galbraith launches it back towards the halfway line. Oh, that's not the best of touches from Wagner. Went high into the night sky. Newman trying to get back.
Good strength there, Verpotnik.
Oh, Verpotnik had made a very good run in behind, and Birmingham's defensive line wasn't reorganised. Swansea just didn't quite see it. Vidal back into his own half to Burgess. We are at the 28-minute mark. Swansea 1, Birmingham 0 on Talksport 2.
Ball.
Early cross in, just too far ahead of Verpotnik. Collected by Ronald on the right-hand side for Swansea. Couple of yards from the corner flag, pulled back to Galbraith. That's a clever ball infield, and it's curling off the crossbar. What an effort. Brilliant hit. And Beadle was beaten all ends up. Timon puts it back in and headed behind for the corner.
It's too easy, far too easy. Swansea in complete control. Galbraith let one round the corner into Franco there. I thought Beadle possibly got a hand on it just from the angle, but there was a slight movement of the ball. Great little ball in. No, it's not. Oh, he did got a hand onto the bar.
That's a wonderful save.
Yeah, it's an excellent save, isn't it?
That's a potentially game-saving save. If they'd gone 2-0 down there, it's a long way back for Birmingham.
Far too easy for Swansea at the minute, picking up some great little pockets. But you know what it is? They've got that, the bravery to play those. Corner
taken short. Um's delivery in from a different angle. Birmingham at 6s and 7s defensively, but they've just about scrambled it away for the throw. It will be a throw their way. Swansea coming closest to getting the next goal.
Yeah, it was a big opportunity, but it came from some real good quality. You're looking at Timon, tries to find Verpotnik with a good cross, but it goes all the way out to Franco, who keeps it alive and just has that intelligence to give it to the Galbraith, who he knows has that quality to find him and makes that little give and go inside the box. Excellent quality. Look at this. It's too easy. Picking up second balls.
Wow.
Pulling that Birmingham defence all over the place, Mikey.
Well, Birmingham lost their last 4 away at Southampton, QPR, Sheffield United and Watford, where in the latter the fans went viral, singing sideways and backwards everywhere we go. Clearly unhappy with Chris Davis. There's no suggestion just yet that Knighthead, their American owners, are ready to pull the trigger feeling is that he'll be given this transfer window and support coming. John Solis, another signing announced today. But it's definite that they need more numbers, they need more quality. And at the moment, they just need a spell of possession to try and get a foothold in the game.
Yeah, but they have to be better in possession. They've had opportunities with the ball. You've seen that little bit of quality that they created that great opportunity off, but we've not seen enough of it. That's a great little ball.
Didn't quite come through to Kumas though.
Who cuts it out? Franco again. This is what it is. You need more urgency without the ball, but look at this Swansea with the ball, the numbers going forward, the energy and the running.
Galbraith. Franco will leave it. Ronaldo out on that right hand side, back infield to Galbraith, who strictly speaking is right back, but has a pretty licence to move where he wants to be. That's a clever ball in behind. Again the run by Franco. Rapotnik waiting for the cross. Oh, it hit Newman and goes behind for the corner. Rapotnik this time made a slightly different run, which meant it didn't find him, but the big defender Phil Newman at 6s and 7s again, and this Birmingham defence, they look creaky, Chris.
Yeah, but if you're Newman, if you're Clara, you've got to be speaking to Pate, you've got to be speaking to Doyle, because I've got to say Franco's all over the place. So one of the midfielders have to take responsibility and go all over with him. Basically man on man. At the minute they're passing them on. Wagner's got two. They've got Ronald and Franco out there. So the Tommy Doyle, Pate have to go all the way.
In swinging corner, left footed from the right hand side. That's a header downwards and over the top of the crossbar. Again, it's Swansea creating the opportunities, and it feels like only a matter of time before they get the second.
Wait till you see this, because I've got to say Cabango's got the better of Iwata here, and hands are all over him, hasn't he? Hands are all over him. Probably should have done better with the header still, though.
32 minutes have been played at the Swansea.com stadium. Swansea 1, Birmingham 0, but it probably could and should be more for the home side. They've had 64% possession. 8 shots to Birmingham's 4. Well, taking a lead on the amount of corners they've had too. And you can see just why Birmingham struggle away from home. They're a different beast at St Andrews. Play it out short. Pake back in field to Clara, midway inside the Birmingham half, to Doyle. Pake trying to get things moving. Infield it goes to Clara, base of the centre circle, looking forwards for Birmingham. Out to the right hand side for Patrick Roberts, trying to feed it, looking for the run of Dux, but comfortably turned away and kept in. And that's just the extra effort and tenacity that Swansea is showing at the moment. Iwata, pass in field again, intercepted. And another sliding challenge from Swansea, from Vidal this time. There's no let up at all.
No, there's not. I've got to think even time and keeping that ball in. Has to be stronger. I've got to say Iwata's definitely winning that battle out on that right hand side for Birmingham. But this is where just the passing just needs to be a little bit quicker. They're playing it so it's very laboured, isn't it? You look at Swansea without the ball, they're in position now, they're compact, they're shuffling across. That big switch of play is always on.
Lovely flick by Kyogo. Dux on the edge of the penalty area, tried to flick it over the top of the defence for Kyogo, but it was well intercepted. Doyle brings it down, 25 yards from goal, out to the right side. Iwata with a first time low cross, turned away again by Burgess. Doyle will have another opportunity. Pressure building from the away side. Doyle's high-hanging delivery. Nobody had made the movement for him. Wagner trying to get hold of it, and he'll have to settle for a throw.
Yeah, it's better though. Better from Birmingham. 2 opportunities, I think, Iwata. Fantastic cross in as well. Can Kyogo get across the front of his man, or Dux get across the front of his man?
High-hanging ball in. And Dux will go high over the crossbar for a Swansea goal kick.
Well, as a cross, I'd rather him take a shot there. That's at a great height, right at the corner of the 18-yard box. Just put the laces through it. That's the question of Viguru.
So about 10 minutes to go until half-time. Plus time to be added on. Swansea 1, Birmingham 0 on Talksport 2, the home of the EFL. Part 3 of a hat-trick of offerings from the Championship for you today. Coventry came from behind to beat Leicester 2-1 in our lunchtime kick-off. Southampton beaten by the same scoreline at Hull against Hull. Now 3 p.m. Game day phone in with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy live over on Talksport right now. Rory Jennings takes over at 7:30 on Talksport. Then Fight Night with Adam Cattrall. We've got a bit of live NFL for you in the divisional round of the playoffs. The Buffalo Bills against the Denver Broncos from 9 p.m. here on Talksport 2. There's a bit more tomorrow on Talksport 2 as well, with the LA Rams against Chicago Bears, a late one, 11 p.m. That one gets underway on Talksport 2. So much live sport across the Talksport network. It's headed on by Vopotnik from the halfway line. Away by Iwata. Doyle gets a toe to the ball. Intercepted by Franco. Driving Swansea forward. Trying to slide it into the path of Ronald, who hits it over the top of the crossbar. Probably could and should have done better.
Should have done better. Again, Franco picking up those second balls, going and competing for everything, and it's an excellent. The way to pass is outstanding as well. Ronald just has to put the laces through it. Just make sure you go across goal, because you've got the likes of Vopotnik there as well, that's going to pick up anything that Beadle spills.
Clara, that's the left hand side to Wagner, closed down sharply by Ronald. Still Swansea, the team dominating and leading by 1-0. As we approach 37 minutes played. Tom Neal, the referee, wants Wagner to be exactly within an inch of the spot where the ball went out. It's a good flick on by Kyogo. Kumas trying to drive Birmingham on past the midway point of the Swansea half, down the Birmingham left. No route through, 2 white shirts in front of him, just a throw.
Well, he took his time. Kumas was in a 1v1 scenario. Get at your man, drive at him. You've got Galbraith, you've got Franco, you've got Ronald driving back to try and put that pressure on.
There's Kyogo. Ball got away from him, but he will get the corner. Can Birmingham build a bit of momentum as we head towards the final period of the first half?
Look at Kyogo there. I thought he went back into the area. You know, he's in the 18-yard box. I think he can let that ball roll past him there, and he opens up the goal to just put the laces through there, but he's took his first touch back into where it came from, into the Swansea bodies.
Birmingham corner, rightfully from the left-hand side, and the supporters over in that corner have drawn the referee's attention to the fact that the ball might not be exactly where it needs to be. Tommy Doyle will move it back half an inch. Don't think he even moved it that far, did he? The referee seems happy enough with it. Doyle's corner, rightfully from the left-hand side, in swinger, headed by Vopotnik at the near post. Kumas tried to challenge. Awkward bounce here for Doyle. It comes out towards the left-hand side. And Swansea still in control of it. It's played forwards, it's gone out of play, I think, and it will be a Birmingham throw. So Swansea 1, Birmingham 0. Nearly 39 minutes played. Out to the right hand side it goes for Tomoki Iwata. And this is where I mentioned the Birmingham supporters saying sideways and backwards. It's evident there they got into a good position on the right hand side, Chris, and they didn't go forwards.
Yeah, Iwata's first touch has to just open up and drive into that space, but his first touch is backwards, so straight away Swansea are in position now. If he actually takes his first touch, he's pulled his opposite player out of position, and it creates space in behind, so a Tommy Doyle, a Patrick Roberts can then get into space, or Kyogo can come across on that into that little channel run as well. But as soon as you take that touch back, Swansea will shuffle across. That moment's gone. I just have to take a little bit more risk, and I know confidence away from home, but they need to generate that. They've got the result in the cup, albeit a cup game. Now having that away victory, you get a lot from it. There's no better place walking into a dressing room after you've won the game through to the next round or put the points on the board.
Swansea just passing the ball around near the halfway line. I wonder whether part of Birmingham's issues this year have been adapting to the fact that last year they were the big fish and they had to play in a slightly different way. Teams would maybe sit a bit deeper against them, whereas this year they're just another team, aren't they? They're just in amongst it. Yes, they're favoured, but teams are not going to give you as much respect, and therefore you have to be a bit different.
Like, it's the Championship. It's the second most watched league in the world after the Premier League. So it's not.
Lewis Kumas getting the wrong side of the defence, driving on down the left-hand side. The pullback is going to be met by Roberts, and he fires it over the top of the crossbar. Again, it's Kumas creating the issues, just as he did before Swansea got their goal. But again, he doesn't look for Kyogo. He pulls it behind the striker who's desperate for a goal, and Roberts, arriving left-footed edge of the penalty area, smashed it over the top of the crossbar.
Well, I thought everything about the move was excellent. I think Lewis Kumas, it was the right pass. I think Kyogo done everything right. Go towards goal, take the defensive unit away. Patrick Roberts arriving, the way to pass was good. Patrick Roberts he's got so much time. He has to hit the target.
Could he take a touch?
He had the time to take a touch, but I don't think he needs to take a touch. I think he just, coming in there, he just finds that bottom left-hand corner all day, every day. And I just don't understand it. He leans back, takes his eye off the ball, tries to go power and whip it into the right-hand side. It's not on. Open your foot out, make sure the connection's right, and just steer it into that bottom left-hand corner.
Well, the television cameras focused on the face of Chris Davis. His dad was from Llanelli. He was actually assistant manager here at Swansea for Brendan Rodgers during their promotion to the Premier League in 2011. I know he spoke very warmly in his press conference yesterday of his time down here. But he won't be enjoying his visit back this evening. Needs more from his team. Vidal is down getting some treatment for Swansea at the moment. That's why we have a pause in the game with 3 minutes to go until half-time. Birmingham's issues, only 2 of their 9 wins have come away. They've only scored 8 away goals in 13 games compared to 27 in 13 at home.
Yeah, but Mikey, you look at the opportunities they've even had in this game. Yes, they've had a lot less of the ball, but they've had some real good opportunities, you know. And what I don't understand, if you get joy from it, keep doing it. Keep moving the ball fast, keep playing with a purpose. Get into those wide areas, try and isolate like Patrick Roberts on the right and Lewis Kumas on the left. Get those 1v1 scenarios, because that more often than not, you're going to get end product, you're going to get crosses, you're going to get opportunities off the back of it. So I don't understand why they go back to, like you say, slow it down, quite laboured passing in the middle third or defensive third, not going anywhere. They're 1-0 down.
Ball forwards here for Kyogo. That was a heavy touch, and it's taken him towards the byline. The flick back to Roberts, who couldn't keep control of it. It'll be launched forwards by Newman. Kyogo coming back from an offside position. Burgess needed a shout there that he could have left it. Swansea still waiting to get back to their full complement. Vidal only just rejoining the action now.
So look, Wagner, that's the ball. Look at that. I don't understand. Because he's seen it, he's pointing to Clara now, Newman. He can play that ball. He's got so much room for error, Mikey.
It's slow and it's laboured, isn't it, from Birmingham? We have to be honest. Swansea much more effective. And just the body language, you have to say.
And did you see that there? Because Tommy Doyle's went into that little space where the 10 would be for Swansea, and Franco's put his hand up and apologised because no one went with him. Because that's how efficient they are.
Well, that's a lovely ball by Doyle to pick out the run of Wagner. In towards Kumas, who tried to spin in field but lost his footing. Franco lifting it on for Ronald. He's got some space down the Swansea right. 2 options in the penalty area. Still Ronald running, trying to pull it back across, and a deflection on it, and Birmingham just about get it clear. Headed back in by Galbraith and nodded down by Paik. Wagner sliding in. That'll be that's a Birmingham throw. Swansea all over Birmingham.
Did you see Galbraith just beat Big Duke's header there? Did you see that? That should never happen. It should never happen. That's what I'm saying about just wanting it more. Body language, having a little bit of tempo, a little bit of purpose.
So one of our colleagues, who covers Birmingham regularly, said to me before the game that at home, Dukes is an animal. Away from home, he tends to go hiding. I don't know how much you've seen of Birmingham this year, Chris. I know you've watched a lot of Championship games, especially here on Talksport too. That's backing up at the moment. He's just not involved in the game. And when they're less than eager to play it to Kyogo, Birmingham are very ineffective. 3 minutes to be added on at the end of the first period. Whereas it's Swansea's big striker, Zan Vopotnik, who's made the difference so far. They lead by 1-0. Big ball forwards for Swansea. Clara chested it down and played it back to his goalkeeper Beadle. Passed out to the feet of Newman. Big central defender, the German, carries it forwards and leaves it for Iwata. Passed backwards to the goalkeeper. Clara trying to carry it forwards, closed down by Vidal. Wide for Wagner. Back in field to Clara, who was almost caught in possession. He's big enough and strong enough though to hold off the challenge. Dukes finding Wagner this time. Kumas made the move down the line, goes back infield to Doyle. Further infield to Pate, just the left of the centre circle. A couple of yards short of halfway. Low across it for Newman. Tries to drive it forwards and left it for Doyle. Good first time pass to pick out Roberts. Roberts to the right hand side to Iwata. Iwata declined not to cross, comes back infield to Doyle. Doyle up towards the edge of the box. It's set here for Roberts. Now for Iwata. Fires the cross through. Oh, Kyogo missed it. And it goes behind for a goal kick. It was fizzed in. Real speed on that cross by Iwata. And Kyogo looks round. There's a guy who's not scored in the Championship for 23 games. Desperate for any kind of lucky touch just to deflect off him. And somehow, the way it's gone for him and for Birmingham, he got a touch to it, but it harmlessly goes wide of the far post.
Has to be in the back of the net. It's an excellent ball in as well. It's all Iwata can do there. I know it's come through a few players, but he knows what's coming. It's just about just getting the contact, and like you say, your luck's against you. He's trying to any contact. He's two yards from goal there, isn't he?
Now, there's only a very small screen on the row in front of us to try and watch it, but I wonder whether he actually missed the ball there, Kyogo, with his initial right foot, and then it kind of hits his left, that he's not got his feet in the right position, and it's kind of hit the back leg.
Yeah, it's like you say, I think it's...
Producer Jack in the studio has got a better view. He's just messaged in my ear saying that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, his confidence is definitely down, but there's a lot of pace in the ball, but even still, it's just about getting that touch, that contact. All the pace is on the cross itself. Just make sure you just steer it goalwards, and it's in the back of the net there. And he's timed his run perfectly as well.
Schefter got that right, Chris. The old eyesight still going. Might be into my 40s now, but glasses aren't needed all the time just yet. Swansea in possession, down on the right hand side, only seconds remaining. Pulled back to tries to tee it up. The South Korean gets another opportunity, and he was challenged by Tommy Doyle. And Swansea recycle back towards the halfway line. They are still in control, the home side. Early cross in, that's too far for Ji Sung-um. Roberts will chase out, and the half-time whistle goes. The final action of the first half. Swansea, the home side, leading by 1-0. Their top scorer, Zandra Potnik, got it. Brilliant cross in from the right-hand side by Gonzalo Franco, and a brilliant finish. Just deflected off the goalkeeper into the top corner. Swansea have hit the crossbar. Franco again cutting in from the right-hand side. A left-footed effort. Birmingham have offered very little, if truth be told. Only a couple of half opportunities. You can see why they struggle away from home. It's the home side who've been in form at the Swansea.com stadium who lead here, Chris.
Yeah, they've been very good, haven't they? I think with and without the ball, real purpose as well. But I think it's in those transitions they've just been much better. Can they play it forwards? Yes, they can. Can they go forward with an energy or purpose? Can they create? And they've had a few opportunities as well. I just need more from Birmingham. Birmingham without the ball, a little bit laboured, sitting off, allowing Swansea to dictate that 1-0 down. They have to have that urgency, but that can only come from behind. So you're looking at Newman, you're looking at Clara. Can they step forward? Can they give that information? Can they then, like you say, Tommy Doyle, Pate, that energy's got to be there. They've got to do it in numbers. Go and force the error, get the ball. And I think, like you've called it so many times, when the opportunity's on that they can take that touch forward or pass forward, it's a safety option for me. And I don't know if that's a confidence thing, because if they're doing it at home at St Andrews, then why can't they do it away with the quality they've got?
But credit to Swansea, yeah. They've been tenacious, they've dominated for long periods, and you have to say they deserve their lead.
No, they do, and I think that's when you're Vitor Matos and you're talking to them in there, it's just very much the same. Go out there, unfortunately, it's they should have more of a lead. They've controlled the game. They've made some real good opportunities, but it's without the ball. Everyone knows the responsibilities. real team, and he's brought that, but he'll just be saying, like, you've got to go out and do the exact same second half.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're Vitor Matos in that dressing room right now, are you saying keep going, or are you saying, actually, I want more from you, because this Birmingham team defensively are there to be got at?
No, you're spot on. No, I think that's probably one way to get them going again. Don't be happy. Don't rest on your laurels now. You've set the bar. Can we then kick on again? Let's go get a second, get a third goal in this game, because the quality's there. I don't know, it's like I expect more. I mean, you're looking at the characters of Birmingham and the leaders and the experience they've got. I don't see anyone angry. I don't see anyone shouting at anyone. I don't see any, you know what I mean? And that's what you need to have, you know, people that's going to say, well, wait a minute, that's not good enough. You know, next time you get it, go and do this. You know, I don't see it. Everyone's just, it's Cameron, I don't know, and it's, you know, like when you say, you look at the coach, and Chris Davis, I think he's brilliant. I think he talks very, very well, but he's very relaxed, isn't he? And I think sometimes that you need a wee bit of emotion there that can maybe galvanise the group and kick them on.
They do have Jay Stansfield.
Oh, well, they do.
On the bench. Yeah. They paid a lot of money for him. Yeah. He's been a key figure for them. A little bit surprising that he's not in the starting lineup. Surely it won't be long before they go to.
No, not at all. I think when you're in a game and you need goals, he's definitely the man that you would go. You know, I think his movement, he brings that urgency as well. But even then, he can't go on his own. That information has to come from behind. But in front of goal, he's clinical. Some of the goals he scores, it's outstanding.
Chris Iwelumo, thank you very much indeed. More from Chris Iwelumo to come, potentially more from Birmingham, but at the moment it's Swansea who have the advantage. Swansea 1, Birmingham 0, live on Talksport 2.
Your live sports station.
Oh, what a move. This is Talksport 2.
At Kia, we have an award-winning range of electric cars for you to discover. From the compact SUV, the Kia EV3, and our latest hatchback, the Kia EV4, to our stylish new Kia EV5, the all-electric family SUV. Discover what driving electric really means. And if you order any Kia electric car by March 31st, you'll enjoy your first 2 services free. Search Discover Your Kia EV to book your test drive today. Kia. Movement that inspires. T's and C's apply.
When your deodorant has been reduced to a tiny whisper and tries to tell you, I'm running on empty, I don't have much left to give. No need to worry, your new deodorant is already on its way.
Arriving today with Amazon Prime.
Same day delivery, it's on Prime. Geographic restrictions, cut-off times and T's and C's apply. Details on product page.
Hi babe, what a day. Fancy staying in tonight instead? Mackie's calling my name and I saw you can get £5 off if you spend £20 on the app, so you in? Of course you are. Okay, bye.
Exclusively on the McDonald's app. Save £5 when you spend £20 on food and drink via delivery. T's and C's apply. 18 plus. Service and delivery fees apply. Valid once per week, 1st to the 31st of January. Participating restaurants, serving times apply.
It's the last chance to get yourself a ticket for tonight's Lotto draw.
It could be you.
Lotto from the National Lottery. Rules and procedures apply. Players must be 18 or over.
Yorkshire Tea, where everything's done proper. Yorkshire Tea, brew strength made at your own discretion. Boiled water not included. Or mugs. Milk in second, always. For exceptions visit, no chance. Not ever, ever. Best stirred clockwise, except on Tuesdays. Can accept no responsibility for squeezed tea bags left on countertop. Refer to box for details. Best stirred with a spoon, not your finger. May be enjoyed outside Yorkshire. Sheep on front of box not included. Nor is small cottage, nor is Sky. We don't know what the cricket score was. For best results, drink. May contain hot liquid. Whew. Blimey.
People are tuning into radio more than ever. Advertise here and get your message heard by up to 6.5 million switched on listeners every week. Email radio@news.co.uk.
The Great Trustford Winter Sale is back! With big savings across the range of used cars and vans, like Ford Pumas, Cougars and Rangers, as well as custom and transit van models, with over 3,000 vehicles in stock, ready to drive away today with Trustford now. Don't miss great savings in the Trustford Winter Sale at your local Trustford dealership or trustford.co.uk.
Visit Trustford now.
So, you're geared up for this making tax digital thing?
Sure, I just need some new mud boards, bag of cavity tyres and a couple of lintels.
Hey, MTD mate, digital taxes.
It's an extension down Station Road on a corner.
Dave, digital taxes mate.
Yeah, probably will need some 2x4s. I want to go take the van in for a new fan belt, squeaky.
Hey, making tax digital, Dave.
Avoiding MTD? Sage makes tax simpler for sole traders. Search Sage MTD to get your free software today.
Feel the power and the glory.
It's goal time.
And he scored, it's a brilliant goal.
Fired up and raring to go.
EFL Live
on Talksport 2.
So we're at the Swansea.com Stadium this evening, the part 3 of a brilliant triple bill of championship action for you on Talksport 2, with Swansea leading by 1-0. It has been a dramatic day so far today. Our lunchtime kickoff saw Coventry come from behind to beat Leicester in the M69 derby by 2-1. Our 3 o'clock kickoff down on the south coast saw Southampton beaten at home by Hull by 2-1. There's so much brilliant action in the championship today. Ipswich closing the gap a little bit. They're starting to worry Coventry, you feel. They had a comfortable 3-0 win against Blackburn. Watford 0, Millwall 2. Another lunchtime easy result for Millwall. Charlton beat Sheffield United by 1-0. Oxford Bristol City was goalless. Preston 0, Derby 1. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Portsmouth 1. Stoke QPR goalless. Wrexham 1, Norwich 2. And of course here tonight, Swansea 1, Birmingham 0, with the latest score at half-time. And I mentioned that game at lunchtime because for Coventry City it was so important to get back to winning ways, having been beaten by one of the sides we're watching tonight, Birmingham. They got that 2-1 win over Leicester. The Foxes were 1-0 up at half-time before second-half goals for Ellis Sims and Haji Wright allowed the Sky Blues to maintain their 6-point lead at the top of the championship table. Let's hear from both managers. Leicester's Marty Cifuentes, but first Coventry City's Frank Lampard.
It's that's the pressure that comes when you're where we are in the league. People expect you to win a lot, and you need to stay where you want to be. And when you get a test of a good team that comes there and plays well for 45 minutes, it gives you problems. It showed a lot of spirit from us to change the game. Good spirit and energy from the team. Tactically addressed the defensive situations and deserved to win the game in the end. But they gave us a big test, so I'm really pleased with it.
It feels tough to leave here empty because we think the first half was very high level at the standards that we would like to see our team to play, the standards that I know our fans would like to see our team to play. And I think it was a very good first half with chances enough to take a bigger lead. And that is disappointing because we knew, we spoke in the halftime that it was on us to not be leading by a bigger advantage, but we needed to be ready for a strong reaction from them. They are playing at home. They're obviously chasing a game behind, and you need to be prepared for that. But we conceded after just a few seconds of the second half, which is far from what we wanted.
An interesting scenario in that game, wasn't it? With Leicester, the team that coming down from the Premier League, many people would have been expecting to be up there challenging, not quite doing so close to getting what would have been a big result for their supporters. But for Coventry, really important for Frank Lampard to get back to winning ways, just to set that tone, because it's not been a good run of form for them. But if they can keep going, could they be back in the Premier League for the first time in over 20 years? Speaking of the Premier League, there was a brilliant game at lunchtime over on Talksport. Michael Carrick won his first match in interim charge of Manchester United, deservedly beating their big rivals Manchester City 2-0 at Old Trafford. Talksport's Sam Matterface spoke to Carrick after the match and asked him what today's win means for the Red Devils.
It was always in turmoil, even when we were winning, so from the outside, so that's nothing new. Listen, I understand how it is. It's never as it seems, it's never extreme as it seems, but I've been really impressed and felt very comfortable and at home since I've come out in terms of what the culture's been like since I've got here, what the players have given me, what the staff, backroom staff have been incredible all through the club. So there's a real drive for wanting success, and effort and knowledge and everything. So one result doesn't change everything, but it gives us a real platform to move forward with. And the boys have got a good feeling. We need to build on it.
Something indeed to build on for Michael Carrick. He'll be absolutely delighted getting off to a good start in a big game for the supporters as well. That might just buy him a little bit of time. I can only just picture some of the conversations that have been going on the game day phone-in with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy over on Talksport. Right now, I can imagine there are some pretty happy supporters and some less so that have been calling in there. In the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League, Sunderland came from behind to beat Crystal Palace 2-1 at the Stadium of Light. That result means that Palace have taken just 2 points from a possible 21 and completes a nightmare 24 hours for the Eagles following yesterday's announcements that their captain, Mark Gahey, will join Manchester City in this transfer window, whilst their manager, Oliver Glasner, will leave the club at the end of the season. Glasner spoke to...
Difficult for me to accept. Not because of the performance. I think 50-60 minutes performance was well. Yeah, then we had 15-20 minutes where we were under pressure. We conceded a goal. Players tried everything until the end. They're leaving their heart on the pitch, but we feel that we are being abandoned completely, and selling our captain one day before a Premier League game. No understanding. We're playing with 12-13 players from our original squad for weeks now, and then that makes it so tough to accept this defeat, because the players they gave everything, and we had no substitution. I was looking on the bench, just kids there, and that's how it is. That's, I think, why we are where we are. And if your heart gets torn out twice a season, one day before a game, so with Eze in summer and with your captain now, I've just completely no understanding.
Well, it's just been a nightmare for Crystal Palace. Mark Gahey on his way to Manchester City then, it seems. And Crystal Wellamo, when you look at the scenario that Palace have faced in the last 24 hours, losing today, it's just everything that they've built up, everything they've had in the last 18 months, it just seems to be obliterating in front of their supporters' eyes.
Yeah, exactly that, and I think it's when you're looking at figureheads, big players, manager, it's all about, there's a reason behind it, and it will all come out. I think when you're Glasner, you want that support, you want to recruit, you want to build, you want to kind of keep moving forward, and maybe that support's not came from above, and it's very, very telling, isn't it?
Well, we wait to see with interest who might take that job, where Oliver Glasner might end up next. Could he be in line for Manchester United? Although, if Michael Carrick keeps going, maybe that job could well be his.
Yeah,
you don't seem convinced.
Yeah, it's an amazing start, isn't it? It's fantastic. He said it himself, it's the best start that you can get. It's a foundation to build on. But this is a United side that have done it against an Arsenal, have done it against a Liverpool this season. So it's about them doing it, consistently getting to those levels. But the performance today and the result today was thoroughly deserved, and it was a fantastic performance. So they have to do that week in, week out, game in, game out, and if they do that, they're going to be very much in the conversation for Champions League football next season.
Well, of course, Manchester United getting that win over Manchester City, who, as we keep hearing, look likely to be signing Mark Gahey, who was actually in the last Swansea team to beat Birmingham in the Championship, alongside Conor Gallagher, who's of course moved back to the Premier League to join Tottenham this week. Jude Bellingham came on as a sub in that game. Swansea won 3-1 back in July of 2020. It was Birmingham who got the better of Swansea when the two met back in September, though the scorer on that occasion, Lyndon Dykes, left Birmingham this week, so they need somebody else to be their hero this evening. The two teams are back out for the second half, and it's really all on the away side to try and make the running, to try and give a foothold back in this game. And lots of conversations ongoing from Chris Davis still to some of his key players on the sidelines. Chris Owellamo, he really needs a big performance from those, the Blues, who are in red.
Yeah, I think it's one of them. I think when you look at it, I'm expecting a big reaction, but this is what's to be expected. There are so many opportunities where they can actually go and force the issue, play with a little bit of aggression, a little bit of positivity as well. But they have to have that energy in the way that they play with and without the ball. Birmingham, they were just lacking that in the first half.
So it's Swansea who will get us underway for the second half. They lead by 1-0. Mikey Burrows and Chris Owellamo with you on Talksport 2 this evening. The home of the EFL, all the entertainment, excitement and drama. And this is the key stage of the season now. We're past the festive period. You always tend to see that some teams make a late charge. Both these sides will be hoping with the right investment this month that they'll be in and amongst it when we get to the business end. That's the beauty of the Football League. You don't need to be in the top 2 places as they pull it back for a free kick for a foul on Clara just inside the Birmingham half. Top 6 is there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Clara. I tell you what, he's an absolute man mountain, isn't he? He's taking no prisoners at all there. You know, I think the referee, Tom Neill, done well to try and play advantage, but even there, Patrick Roberts protect the ball. You know, it's a great little first touch. They're trying to take it in behind, but then you're allowing Fulton, I think it was, to get that challenge in. That's where you should be, in behind and away, attacking that defensive line.
Here's Beadle looking to launch it up towards the edge of the Swansea penalty area. Headed away, Wagner's headed down, looped back in by Paig, but that'll go harmlessly through to the goalkeeper. So Swansea have Vigouroux in goal, Galbraith, Cabango, Burgess and Timon, their back 4. Franco, the holding midfielder, Ronald, Fulton, Vidal, and Verpotnik. And that's a Swansea free kick, just short of the halfway line. Birmingham Beadle in goal, Bawata, Newman, Clara and Wagner. Doyle and Paik, their midfielders, Roberts, Dukes and Kumas behind Kyogo up top. And it's the home side playing from left to right in the second half as we look at it. TV cameras just up behind us. Birmingham attacking the end away to our left where their supporters are. They were in fine voice for much of the first half. And just as I look towards them, I see a man we spoke about at the end of the first period, Jay Stansfield, already out warming up Chris O'Welliver.
Yeah, he's got a big part to play this evening. You know, at the minute, it has been better from Birmingham. I think going a little bit more direct from back to front, still a little bit too straight a ball. I think that angle ball's always on. If you look at likes of Galbraith and you look at likes of Timon for Swansea, they drive forward. Their game is to get forward, go and affect it. They leave pockets, leave holes in behind, and Birmingham haven't really capitalised on that. Great quality there from Galbraith, isn't it?
Yeah, a little flick over the head of Marvin Dukes. Runs up towards the halfway line. Plays it out to the left-hand side. Timon back for Burgess. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Vigouroux. Franco coming short for it. Back to his goalkeeper, just short of the penalty spot. Looking to launch it forwards. We have played nearly 3 minutes at the start of the second half. Still Swansea 1, Birmingham 0. And the home side driving forwards with Ji Sung-um. Trying to cut in from the Swansea left. 20 yards from goal. Ball in field. Strike from distance. Charge down for Potnik. Mentioned in the first half, he doesn't need a second invitation.
Oh, play on. What's he doing?
And the referee Tom Neill bringing it back for a foul on Franco, just as Verpotnik was trying to turn on the edge of the penalty area.
Well, it was excellent from Franco as well. You know, he's just a little toe poke, passed it into Verpotnik there. Great control as well, and knows exactly what he wants to do. You know what? There's no touch on it. There's no touch on him. Franco's actually went. It's a dive. It's not even a free kick. But like you say, Tom Neill has seen some contact, but he's got to play on there. He's on the 18-yard line, Verpotnik. He's turned his man.
Common sense would suggest that this is probably just too far out to have a go for goal. But the way that Galbraith has placed the ball here, the wall is on just outside the edge of the D. We're talking a good almost 30 yards out.
Yeah, but it's the way that he hits it right on the valve now. Just watch the movement on this ball.
So Galbraith to strike it right-footed. Movement, and it bounced just in front of Beadle, who grabbed it and then dropped it under challenge. Grabbed it at the second attempt. Looks to launch it downfield in the direction of Kyogo. Didn't really challenge for the ball there. That would frustrate me immensely. Paik trying to play it over the top. Marvin Dukes, left-hand side of the penalty area. And he's going to settle for a corner. He could have crossed that ball there.
He could have just fired it across the face of goal. Kyogo was there, and I just don't understand why he never... He played for a corner. There's no one near him. Get your head up. He knows Kyogo's there. Just fire it across the face of goal. You never know. Could come off the defender. And then... But put it in the box.
So Doyle with a corner. Right-footed from the left-hand side. In danger, the goalkeeper just parried it away from the edge of the box. Wagner putting it back out to the right hand side of the penalty area. Roberts, can he find room to deliver the cross in? It was deflected and away by Franco.
So look at this Kyogo. Look, he's 3 metres offside.
And a silly free kick given away by Birmingham midway inside the Swansea half. Kubango blocked off. 5.5 minutes gone in the second period. Swansea still lead by a 1-0 on Talksport 2.
Yeah, but it's been better from Birmingham. Going a little bit more direct. I think Stanfield, you can see by the way that he's warming up, I don't think it'll be too long.
It's one of those nights where, as things stand, Swansea would go above Birmingham into 14th, 8 points off the playoffs. If Birmingham can turn this around, they will go level with Swansea and would be only 6 points away from the top 6, which is not a lot to try and catch up at this stage of the season. Chris Davis talking an awful lot about the need for reinforcements, the need for a bit of help. Injury hit, no Damari Gray tonight. May well have made a difference in his second spell at Birmingham, a Premier League winner with Leicester. Only, 29 now.
Yeah, there is, when you look at it like that, there is some big players missing, and it's not light for light that you're replacing them with as well. You know, it does change the kind of dynamic of the team. But I would imagine all teams that are there or thereabouts are going to try and recruit.
Well, Birmingham brought in Kai Wagner, who's playing at left back tonight. They have made another signing today, the Colombian John Solis on a loan deal from Girona in Spain. Galbraith's ball is going to go harmlessly behind for a goal kick. So another midfielder on his way in. Well, they could do with a few more options up top, you feel. Oh, that was loose. They might come here for Franco. Edge of the penalty area, deflected, and Beadle will get to the bounce of the ball.
Yeah, Franco there could have just, I think, got the shot away a little bit earlier. Took that other touch, just allowed the challenge to come in. Oh, feet.
Lovely touch by Ronald, flicking it over the top of Paik. And goes the challenge of Doyle, an unfair one. Swansea free kick, 10 yards inside the Birmingham half. We played nearly 53 minutes. Swansea lead by 1-0. Scored by Zandra Potnik, their top scorer, midway through the first period. And Birmingham still don't look likely to try and get back on level terms. But Swansea are being a bit more wasteful, aren't they, Chris, second half? Another high ball over the top.
Well, Vopotnik was in an offside position anyway. I think he'd made the run for an earlier one, but you've got to make sure that you work. Get yourself back on side, and then it's an excellent little ball in the channel from Galbraith there.
Birmingham throw, just about 10 yards over the halfway line on their right-hand side. So throw in towards Kumas. Bounces its way to Wagner. Up towards the edge of the penalty area. Lifts his cross in. It hits Kyogo and goes beyond the near post. Goes down as another chance.
Yeah, you can see there that the frustration, even with Dukes there. Kyogo has to do better, but there's no communication. There's no team. They're not together. You know what I mean? Very much playing as individuals there, and you're not going to get success that way. Yeah, he's going now. To be fair, he's told him. That's what I don't mind that. So make words there. He's actually Dukes has motioned over to him. Come on, let's go again. You know what I mean? So again, that's what you need to have. You're going to miss opportunities.
We were talking before the game about Swansea's signing of Joel Ward, experienced former Crystal Palace man, and how every team that's successful in the Championship needs a sprinkling of that experience and leaders. Here's driving forwards.
No.
Big deflection on it. It'll be a corner. He's shot from just outside the penalty area.
Yeah, I just feel that he can. It's the wrong pass, isn't it? You know, he's got timing on that left-hand side. It's just a little reverse pass. It's great energy from him. That's what you want to see. Driving. But as soon as he commits, I think it's Newman that comes to him there. The little reverse pass. Even Vopotnik was on.
Corner. Left-footed from the right-hand side for Swansea. As we get to the 55-minute mark, the Swansea.com Stadium on Talksport 2 tonight. Home with the EFL. Home side looking for a second. Dangerous delivery in, came off the head of Newman, not fully cleared by Birmingham, bouncing around the penalty area, smashed off the post, and it bounced to the edge of the penalty area, and then the swinging ball back in by Timon goes high over the top of the crossbar. That had such venom in it, it hit the top corner where the post and crossbar meets and deflected to the far corner of the penalty area. I've never seen the like.
Yeah, well, Ronald, he just got too much purchase on it. You know, I think he just had to take a little bit off that there, and he's putting that into the roof of the net. It's another big opportunity. I've got to say, Beadle done well, kept himself big, came out, closed down that space.
While Kyogo's wait for a championship goal goes on, he's the man who makes way to allow Jay Stansfield to enter the fray. Can he make a difference? I know how Birmingham need him to. Such an important figure in their promotion last year, Jay Stansfield.
Yeah,
the top scorer this season as well, with 8 in the league. Got 23 last year. He's got 8 goals and 3 assists, the most goal involvements for Birmingham in the Championship this season. Makes you wonder, why wasn't he on the field until now? Stansfield's touch, maybe that's an explanation. Wasn't a good one, and a foul in the end by Tomoki Iwata. Swansea free kick, 5 yards in from the left-hand touchline or so, just past the midway point of their half. 57 minutes played. Mikey Burrows and Chris Owellamo with you.
Yeah, I think when you look at the quality of Stansfield, what he brings, you know, he has raw talent, you know, but little things, you know, his touch, you know, his movement, positioning sometimes as well. But you can't deny the fact that he has quality. And when you need goals, you need to be winning games. He has to be playing. You know, you play to your strengths. You need to give him the service. For me, you're looking at Big Marvin Dukes as well. He has to stay up. He has to stay. You know, he drops in. He wants to hold the ball up and play. Look at his attributes. Go and occupy the defenders and allow the likes of a Kyogo or a Stansfield to get in those little pockets and create.
Vidal winning possession back inside the Birmingham half. Here's Franco, chose to shoot, hit the back of Clara, and Beadle just about makes sure that he gets his hands to the ball. In the Premier League tonight, the late kick-off is still Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0. Swansea 1, Birmingham 0 here. Game day phone in over on Talksport. Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy keep you up to date with that game in the Premier League. Low cross in, here's Dukes, edge of the penalty area, onto Stansfield, right inside of the box, into the side netting goes his shot.
Well, that was excellent. I've got to say, an excellent ball in from Iwata into Big Dukes. First time little pass in between, it would have been Burgess and Timon. Just the run was excellent. I think Jay Stansfield's touches again was just a little bit too big. That should be just the way to pass from Dukes was excellent. Never even had to take a touch. Just make sure you hit the target.
Yeah, he narrowed his own angle, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Just
hard to score from where he eventually got the shot away.
And I think there, once he takes that touch as big, I think he's got to be looking to give it back to Dukes. You know what I mean? I think that's exactly what the big man said to him there as well, in fairness.
So just short of an hour played. We are in South Wales, having been in the south of England in our 3 o'clock kickoff, and back in the West Midlands where Birmingham have travelled down from today, as Coventry beat their rivals from the east. The M69 derby sounded an absolute brilliant atmosphere for that game in the CBS Arena. Beadle passing it from the edge of his penalty area to Clara, all the way to the left hand side to Wagner, back to Christoph Clara. Beadle again on the edge of the penalty area. There's just not a lot of movement in front of him. He has to go short to Doyle, pass round the corner for Paik, out to the right hand side to Iwata, closed down by Ji-Sung and it goes backwards again for Birmingham, and you heard the frustration from Chris Owellamo alongside me.
What's a great Tommy Doyle's in a great position. Little reverse one into Peake. He fires it out to Iwata's feet. That first touch can go forward.
Well, that's unlucky from Swansea. First touch football didn't quite find its way to Franco out on their right. Quick throw in taken by Wagner. Lots of substitutes warming up down to our left hand side.
In fairness to Iwata, he's a central midfielder as well, isn't he? Playing right back. So again, it's having an understanding of that position, but he can still be a little bit braver on the ball, isn't it, with that first touch?
They do have the Icelander Alphonse Samsted on the bench, Birmingham. Their last season. If they wanted to move Iwata back in field. Pumas blocked off. You saw the way that they beat Coventry, Birmingham. It was quick movement. It was the little thready pass through for the run of Marvin Dukes. Got that killer goal. Haven't seen enough of that. Roberts trying to find Dukes this time. Almost tried to head it through. He wants a handball. Marvin Dukes, nothing given. Clara stabbing it forwards off the head of Vidal. Timon trying to take it out to the left-hand side for Swansea. Being tracked by Stansfield. Back in field to Burgess. And all the way back to the goalkeeper, Vigouroux. And Stansfield went pressing, but nobody went with him.
Yeah, but it's better though. The way that Birmingham are going hunting without the ball. Look at this. Look at all over the pitch. It's been better. That defensive line's a little bit higher, so it allows. But the midfield are taking a little bit more responsibility and forcing the issue. And Swansea aren't getting it all their own way, because I thought first half Swansea were very, very comfortable. There was no pressure on the ball whatsoever. They can go forward whenever they want. But at the minute, you're looking at the likes of Kumas, Peake, Big Dukes, even Stanfield's come on and he's doing his job there, working more as a pair.
Swansea still dominating possession. I think it's even more at the moment than it was in the overall of the first half. Birmingham free kick just short of the halfway line. Past the hour mark, 62.5 minutes played. Swansea 1, Birmingham 0. The away side pushing to try and find an equaliser. Pass by Doyle, intercepted by Timon on the halfway line. Trying to play it in behind for the run of Vidal, who's got the wrong side of Newman. Just forced away from the left-hand side of the penalty area. We'll wait for some support to arrive, about 10 yards from the left-hand corner flag. Trying to find some space, twisting and turning. He's done well, the Swede. Left foot cross, but it deflected off Newman and safely through to the goalkeeper, Beadle.
Yeah, had 2-3 opportunities just to put the ball in the box there. So, like you say, I think if it's with Potnick, you'd be having a little word, wouldn't you? Because you make a run, you make another run, you're wanting something to come so you can go and attack it. But good control from Vidal, but end product off the back of it as well, please.
Galbraith back to Cabango, Swansea captain. He's probably tougher nights than he's had so far tonight. 15 caps for Wales, Ben Cabango now.
Oh, better.
It is much better from Birmingham. This was Stansfield on the right hand side. The pull back towards Dukes, intercepted by Franco.
And that all came from Iwata just stepping forward, and then having the quality in that transition to fire out to Stansfield, who took an excellent position out in the right wing channel.
Birmingham win it back on the halfway line. Christoph Clara, big central defender. And again, the pressing and tenacity of Swansea. The results in a Birmingham throw, much to the frustration of the home supporters.
But Mikey, start like this. I don't understand. Why does it take you to be 1-0 down and get 45 minutes out of the way? Start the game like this. Go be competitive. Go and win your duels. Win your 1s and 2s, and then the quality will come through.
Gets it back from Newman. It's a couple of yards outside the Birmingham penalty area. Tommy Doyle takes over. Into his left-hand side to Christoph Clara. Oh, Wagner closed down by Ronald. That'll be another Birmingham throw in front of Vitor Matos' technical area. And I think Swansea might be considering a change. I can see them calling somebody back. Birmingham have already made one. Jay Stansfield on for Kyogo. He's had one effort.
This is something I've always... It's impressed me about Vitor Matos. that he manages a game. You know, those in-game decisions. You know, games where, yeah, they're under the cosh a little bit, it's not quite going, and more often than not, he gets it right. Because at the minute, Birmingham look the more threatening, but Birmingham are winning that battle. So as a manager, you're thinking, wait a minute, I need to influence it, I need to change it. And then the responsibility of the player that he brings on, the information that they've got. Is it Liam Cullen, is it? I think it is.
Peake trying to switch it out to the Birmingham right. Tomoki Iwata past the midway point of the Swansea half. Back infield to Peake and back again to Iwata. Doyle now taking over. It's picked up by Clara, now Newman. And intercepted by Franco for Swansea, who clear up towards halfway. Vopotnik couldn't get control of it. Newman stepped in. Well, on this left-hand side to Wagner. Infield to Clara, midway inside the Swansea half. Birmingham pushing the home side back. Marvin Dukes, he passed it, but Stansfield had turned his back on him. Comes out to Doyle, out to the right hand side to Iwata. Can Birmingham find the space to deliver the ball into the penalty area? Comes into the feet of Dukes, trying to play it on for Iwata's run, and Swansea had the numbers back there to clear it for a throw.
Yeah, they're having to defend well, but this quality, this urgency from Birmingham, it's needed. Changes being made now.
Double change. Zan Vopotnik will come off for Liam Cullen, who's missed the last 4 with a calf problem. He is by nature a midfielder, though Vitor Matos has been talking up his uses in more forward areas, with lack of options really up top for the home side.
Yeah, he's an intelligent player. Cullen, he'll pick up that little 10 spot, but can he stretch the pitch? You know, I think when they've got Willen Runnels and Vidal and Franco and Ronald asking the question in behind, they can rotate that.
Malik Yalkoué will come on for Melker Vidal. Fresh legs in the centre of the park as well for Swansea. Birmingham throw, just a couple of yards short of being level with the edge of the Swansea penalty area. It's headed away and hooked away from near the corner flag. Clara will put it back into the danger zone. And it almost dropped to Dukes, just got away from him at the final moment.
Yeah, they're a lot more threatening. Quality coming into the box, Willen Runnels. That's what you want. It's a service, something for you to go and attack. You know, I think wide areas, don't turn down the opportunity to put that quality into the box. Make Swansea have to defend from a Birmingham point of view.
So still Swansea lead by a goal to nil. 68.5 minutes played tonight on Talksport 2.
He's in.
That's a clever ball in behind. Ronald down the right side, early delivery in, and Beadle flying at full stretch outside of his 6-yard box claimed it.
Yeah, great little ball in behind as well. Ronald, fantastic run. I just don't think he needs to make the cross. I don't think there was any room for error as well. It was going to take a lot to kind of beat Beadle, who came out and claimed it very well. I just think take your first touch into the 18-yard box, commit the defender, affect the goalkeeper, and then Liam Cullen has that quality that he'll make another bit of movement from you. I'm just looking at it on the monitor now. It just has to be a perfect ball, and Beadle's position is excellent there.
Here's Peake over the halfway line, just to the left of centre, midway between the centre circle and the touchline for Birmingham. Taken on by Roberts, wide for Wagner, then with the edge of the penalty area. Clever pass infield, Kumas, low ball in, just turned away, not fully clear, comes back to Roberts, his shot hits the face of the defender, who's going to need some attention. A head injury, but it's brave defending from Swansea. I think that was Jay Fulton, who quite literally put his head on the line to block the effort on goal.
Yeah, but when you see Vigouroux go to Fulton and you see Burgess go to Fulton and then stand up quickly and walk away, he's obviously said when his face is down, I'm alright, don't worry about me, I'm good, you know what I mean? But it's just intelligence of the player, kills the game. Birmingham picking up second balls, keeping the pressure on the attack, does well. It's an excellent block, good pace on it as well, knows exactly what he's doing, you know what I mean?
And that's all those years of experience through all your career in the Football League and beyond. He's up and he's fine.
Yes, but it's body language. You know, if you look at Vigouroux and you look at Burgess, that are genuinely concerned, but then they stand up straight away and just walk away and do their own thing. They're not concerned anymore. They've had the nod. He's having a wee laugh with Stansfield as well here on the monitor. But like you say, it's Birmingham much better. Like you say, keeping the pressure on, going forward, getting into those great positions, wide areas, and then having that composure and quality to find the right pass.
I don't know how much faith you put in XG and all the modern stats. Swansea 1.53 tonight, Birmingham just 0.68. They are not creating enough in the final third. Swansea a lot more dangerous. Deserve their lead. And with less than 20 minutes to go, is there going to be a late turnaround at the Swansea.com stadium? Pake down the left-hand side for Birmingham. Wagner looking to cross from deep. Little touch from Dukes. It's Roberts. Can he get it onto his right foot? Patrick Roberts gets Birmingham level. He had to wait for the opportunity. Desperate for it to sit up perfectly, and eventually when it did, 12 yards out, he smashed it into the back of the net. It's the away fans celebrating. Swansea 1, Birmingham 1.
Well, it's just excellent quality, great ball in, keeping it alive. And then Patrick Roberts, when he has that moment, takes a touch, opens up the goal, and it's just about making sure the connection. But it came out, I thought it was a little bit kind of laboured coming out here as well, but as soon as it does, I think Wagner does ever so well. Puts in an excellent ball and it's kept alive. But the touch into Patrick Roberts, his first touch, second touch, and then that is an excellent finish. Doesn't have a lot of room for error, just hits it into the near top corner, off the crossbar and in. It's a wonderful, wonderful goal.
His third of the season, on his 23rd appearance for Patrick Roberts, the man on loan from Sunderland. Has been some talk that they could potentially turn that deal into a permanent one this month to free up a loan opportunity. Now Birmingham threatening again. Wagner down the left-hand side, driving on against Cabango. Just had to try and check back in field, and the Welsh defender did brilliantly to hold him up. But it's been won back by Lewis Kumas. And then his wrong pass down the line will go out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Lewis Kumas done ever so well there. And then he gets his head up, and I've got to say, Stansfield, even his body language, his hands are open up to say, I'm going to run in behind. Kumas puts it there, and he's caught on his heels there, so he just needs to be a little bit more proactive, Stansfield.
Swansea 1, Birmingham 1. 73 minutes played at the Swansea.com stadium. The EFL live on Talksport 2. And there is plenty of noise from the end away to our left-hand side. The travelling Birmingham support. They lost their last 4 away from home. Desperately hoping to turn the tide. And in our lunchtime kickoff, we saw a late turnaround. Are we going to see one again here? Beadle's kick forwards. Cabango's header back. Will bounce harmlessly through to Beadle in the Birmingham goal.
Yeah, but even Beadle now, starting things quicker. Look at Newman driving forward. Again, puts his foot on it. Patrick Roberts is right there in that little pocket. Give him the ball. I don't understand. It's safety. Always safe option. Better.
Not a good touch by Dukes. It's out of play. Came off Cullen. It'll be a Birmingham throw. Chris Davis gesturing to his team. He wants Tomoki Iwata to be wider out on that right-hand side. There was only Ji Sung-um anywhere near him. And if Birmingham can look up a bit quicker and get him into a bit of space, the ball is out to him. He chests it back infield. Roberts finding Dukes. Holds on looking for the run of Iwata. Cross comes Burgess to play back to the goalkeeper. Vigouroux, calmest man inside the stadium, dropped the shoulder, turned away from the imposing Stansfield. Wagner's ball down the line. Kumas getting the wrong side of Galbraith. Clever flick in field. Dukes plays it onto Stansfield. Brilliant sliding challenge. Oh, it nearly went in as an own goal. Somehow Vigouroux turns it behind for the corner.
Well, it's much better, isn't it? I've got to say, Wagner for me, what a player. Where was he? You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying, that he needs to deliver this from the get-go. Fantastic from Lewis Kumis, little toe poke into Dukes, who finds Stansfield, and I've got to say Jay Fulton has to make the challenge. And then actually steers it towards his own goal, and Vigouroux has a fantastic save. Bottom right-hand corner, gets a good hand on it.
Doyle's corner, right footed from the left-hand side. Goalkeeper just parried it away at the near post. Comes out to Roberts, trying to strike it through the bodies. Charged down and cleared away. That corner caused all sorts of mayhem inside that Swansea 6-yard box.
We'll wait until you see this again, Mikey, on the monitor, because it's going in. If Vigouroux doesn't react to it and actually try and just claw at it, it's just going to go in straight from the corner. Fantastic, right on the money.
Big kick forwards by Beadle.
But even that is so much better, albeit Galbraith has dealt with it, but that's the angle.
There's a little flick on. Cullen into the penalty area for Swansea. Shot charged down by Newman, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Home fans don't like it, but there was a couple of rebounds and ricochets in there. Zaidan Inuso is about to come on for Swansea to replace Ji Sung-Nam.
Yeah, you know, you're getting someone that can move with the ball as well. Just trying to change up, kill the momentum here of Birmingham. Obviously, Owata's getting a lot of joy down that right hand side, so Anusa's job is to try and nullify that.
It was a pretty expensive signing. The Swede from BK Häcken. He's had the most dribbles for Swansea in the Championship this season. Got 11 goals and 4 assists in Sweden last year. Is he the man to get Swansea back in the ascendancy? 1-1, 12 and a half minutes to go. Plus there will be some time to be added on. Kabango midway inside his own half for Swansea. Across to Burgess. Yakue almost caught in possession by Paig. He draws the foul.
Yeah, he's picked up a good little position there. Again, another opportunity for the referee Tom Neal to just play a little bit of advantage there. Nusa was in a fantastic position on the ball.
It's nights like these, with games like these, that makes you fall in love with the EFL on Talksport 2. Brilliant low ball in by Ronald. Flashed through the 6-yard box, and there was a touch on it. Goes for a corner.
Yeah, Beadle got a hand on that there, but I've got to say he shouldn't have been able to get anywhere near it. I've got to say Anusa's just come on. Make sure you break your neck. You're going at full pelt, running across the face of the goalkeeper there and getting a touch, because Ronald done everything right. With pace, in between the last defender and goalkeeper, and Beadle had to get the contact. Fantastic goalkeeping, but Anusa's got to be across the face there.
Throw your body at it.
Yeah.
Corner, left-footed from the left-hand side. Out-swinging delivery for Swansea. It's high towards the penalty spot. Big header away by Clara. Anusa plays it back out to the left-hand side. Timon to put it towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Brilliant header off the crossbar again. For the third time tonight, Swansea denied by the post and crossbar.
I tell you, it's an excellent header. An excellent header. Done everything right. Mark from where it came. You're thinking it's just going to drop under the crossbar. It's an excellent ball from Timon as well. What a wonderful header that is. Beadle beaten as well there. The pace off the crossbar. Wow. So unfortunate there.
We are directly behind it.
We watched it all the way, yeah.
As soon as he headed it, I thought, that's got a chance. You need to be, 2 inches lower. Would have gone in on the underside of the crossbar, just as Patrick Roberts' effort did down the other end for Birmingham. Just over 10 minutes to go. Swansea 1, Birmingham 1. Another change perhaps coming from Swansea. And that's a late one by Wagner. Joel Ward is being prepared. Here's Stansfield for Birmingham. Midway inside the Swansea half. On for Dukes. Right inside of the penalty area. His attempted cross is blocked, and Yalkouye will be able to bring it away. Challenge goes in by Iwata.
It's a free kick. I've got to say it's a free kick. He's got the arm of Cullen Iwata right in front of Tom Neild as well.
Maybe 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Both players grappling. The referee was happy enough for it to continue. We're into the final 10 minutes. We've already had some drama. So much of it today on a brilliant day of football across the Talksport network. Do not go anywhere, because you get the feeling there is more in this from both teams. Nobody is settling for a draw at the Swansea.com stadium. But which way will it go, Chris Owellamo?
Let's say Swansea have got a little bit more of a foothold in the game again, but Birmingham, when it gets into that attacking third, are still keeping the ball, allowing their team to get a little bit of respite and go up the pitch.
Here's Ronald. That's the right side to Galbraith, level with the edge of the penalty area. All backwards to Franco. Worked back out to Galbraith again, sets himself for the cross, delivering high towards the far post. Anusa was grappling.
Wow.
Referee is happy enough with it. It was Anusa and Iwata. Referee Tom Neild had a good view.
No, it's poor. It's a poor decision from the referee. Iwata's not even looking at the ball. Anusa's trying to get round him, and Iwata's got both hands on him there, Mikey. I don't know what you're...
He stopped the play for a head injury for Jay Stansfield. We might get an opportunity to see on the replay on a small monitor on the row in front of us. Try and lean forwards to get a view. Yeah, you're dead right, Chris Owellamo. Iwata's not even looking at the ball. If this was the Premier League and VAR could intervene, I think he'd be called over to the screen.
But Tom Neill's 10 yards from him, 20 yards from goal. I don't understand how Anusa is trying to go and attack the ball. Both hands are around him. He can't do nothing. If Iwata's looking at the ball and he's not even looking at the ball, his back is to it. It's a penalty kick no matter how you want to look at it.
Gonzalo Franco, who provided the assist for Zan Kropotnik's goal in the first half, is replaced, and a championship debut for Joel Ward. He's been waiting a while to find a club, having left Crystal Palace in the summer. Hugely experienced player. Now on to try and offer a bit of that. 485 career appearances, but only 3 last season. Big high ball forwards. Hooked away by Roberts over the top of his head. Birmingham wait to get Stansfield back onto the field. Headed forwards by Ward, but that's a Birmingham free kick. Willem Thor Willemsen is about to be introduced by Birmingham. It's at times like this where a commentator will make the obvious cliche joke about Thor coming on to potentially provide the hammer blow.
Michael.
But Tish, thank you very much indeed. That's a brilliant charge down by Lewis Kumas.
Yeah, he's
play for a Swansea throw.
He's been good second half. Been very, very good.
Substitution for Birmingham City, number 33, Marvin Dush.
Marvin Dukes, who comes off. He looks frustrated, the big striker. He had a couple of opportunities in the first half mostly. He's been trying to play provider more than anything else. And Willem Thor Willemsen, big man, will go on in there into that number 10 position.
Yeah, I think he is. He's got some tidy feet as well. Looks he's not happy at all, is he? But for me, he's just got to go and occupy the centre backs and allow others to create for him.
So 5.5 minutes to go. Swansea 1, Birmingham 1. Is there to be a winner for either side? Not with that pass forwards all the way through to Vigouroux in the Swansea goal. Rolls it out to the feet of Cabango. More further out to the right-hand side to Ward, who's playing at right back, allowing Galbraith to push a bit further forwards. Cullen, strong challenge by Newman.
Strong challenge.
Well, he's consistent, isn't he, Tom Neild?
He is.
That's a lot go.
I've got to say, Newman was taking no prisoners there whatsoever. I think Liam Cullen still trying to get the attention of the linesman at this side.
And that's what you get when you come to watch the EFL and the Championship. No quarter asked or taken. It's a battle. I always say a Championship season is a marathon, not a sprint. You have to stay on in there. Claw with your fingernails to stay in there from time to time. And then come the end of the season, at the end of 46 games or more when you get to the playoffs, eventually those who've shown enough character to stick with it get the just rewards.
Yeah, it's relentless. I think you have to try and find a balance to kind of get to that consistency. And it's impossible to be excellent every single game, every single minute, but you've got to manage games as well, and that's something that I've definitely seen from this Swansea side more often than not. Albeit they'll be disappointed. Birmingham have got more of a foothold this second half, but they have created some big opportunities. But Birmingham, for me, it's a game of two halves. If they go and start games like this, home, away, wherever they are, they'll pick up points. They'll start climbing the table.
Wagner penalised. Swansea free kick just short of the halfway line. Cullen wanted to get on with it. Wagner stepped across in front of him. Just about 3 minutes of the 90 to go, plus time to be added on. It's one apiece at the Swansea.com stadium. Is somebody going to make themselves a hero? Swansea in form at home, Birmingham hugely out of form away, but a win tonight could be the catalyst for a late playoff push. Big high ball up towards the edge of the penalty area, powerful header away by Clara, comes all the way back to the halfway line for Galbraith.
Well, I don't think Vitor Matos plays this out for a draw. He will want his team to, it's risk and reward. I'm looking at Birmingham, they need 3 points, don't they? It's a point, okay, it's not bad. It's when you've got 6 defeats and 1 draw in the last 7 games, it's putting another point on the board. But 3 points, this could be a catalyst to kick on from the season. The second half warrants more goals, definitely.
Well, their last win away, Birmingham, was at the back end of October at Preston. 16,753 the attendance. Big high ball up towards Willemsen. Kumas trying to spin his man on the edge of the penalty area, striking low. No deflection on it, goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, he's done well there. Got to see Willemsen. I think every time he's won every aerial duel, and if he doesn't win it, Swansea aren't winning it either, and Birmingham are picking up second balls. But Kumas was alive to that. I think a little bit unlucky not to get a corner kick as well there. I thought there was a bit of a contact that took the sting out of the ball.
So heading towards the final minute of the 90. Timon on the left-hand side, just over halfway for Swansea. Looking field to Yalkuye. Willemsen trying to close him down at the base of the centre circle. To his right-hand side to Cabango. All eyes will go towards the fourth official with how much time will be added on. Joel Ward down the right-hand side. Looking for the run of Ronald. Trying to play it back in field. Yalkuye. Good challenge in there from Paik. Willemsen back there trying to hold on to it, but Yalkuye comes away with the ball for Swansea. Out to Timon on the Swansea left. Vanusa making the movement for him. Looking to run into the penalty area. Good put in by Iwata.
He's done well there, Iwata, as well. Vanusa, good movement to kind of make the angle for Timon, and then I didn't mind that first touch right at your man, be direct, but Iwata all the while just watching the ball. Very, very timely challenge. Good defending.
So here comes the fourth official. Swansea with the throw in field. Oh, that's a poor pass backwards. We've got 4 minutes being added on. Jay Stansfield trying to run it up. He needs some support. 20 yards from goal and doesn't get it in time. Galkuye back there.
4 minutes at the end of the second half. 4 minutes.
And it will be a goal kick for Swansea.
I thought Jay Stansfield with the quality as well, just have go for goal, isn't it? Vigouroux was way off his line.
Just didn't seem to believe in himself, did he, that he could get away?
Just put the foot through it. Yeah, but you don't have to get away, just put the laces through it.
Big kick forwards from Vigouroux. Clara missed it. Wagner allows it to bounce out of play for a Birmingham throw midway inside their own half. Played 45 seconds of the 4 minutes being added on. Swansea 1, Birmingham 1. Is there going to be a late winner? We saw a big turnaround in our lunchtime game as Coventry came from behind to beat Leicester. Are we going to see something similar in our evening fixture? Part 3 of a brilliant triple bill. Lewis Kumas on the left-hand side. Oh, that's going to roll just the wrong side of the corner flag for a throw for Birmingham.
Again, moving the ball well there. Pick done very, very well. Good, strong challenge. Lewis Kumas, for me, I think, just put the ball in the box. Williamson's in there. He's trying to play it in behind.
Wagner with a long throw from down by the left-hand corner flag. Williamson, the target on the edge of the 6-yard box, just in front of the near post. Goes towards him. Won by Joel Ward. Clara battling with Cullen. Plays the ball back in field. Tommy Doyle can collect it inside the centre circle. Looking to try and stand it back out to the left-hand side towards Wagner. First touch from him. Can't quite get full control of it. And Swansea get it clear. Little header on by Cullen. It's going to go out of play for a throw. We have 2 minutes of the 4 still to play. It's Swansea 1, Birmingham 1. Birmingham thinking about another late change as they push to try and find a much-needed winner. Big header away. Wagner lifting it forwards. Stansfield can't quite get there. Cabango's header clear. Not fully away by Swansea again. Kumas flicking it on. Stansfield knows that Cabango will see that behind for a goal kick. And this will be a big moment for Scott Wright, who's stripped and ready to come on, but he won't get on yet as Swansea get on with a goal kick quickly. He's not played since February of 2025 due to an ACL injury. He might not get on the field.
No, I don't think he will.
Here's Paik, just short of the halfway line for Birmingham. Flicking it forwards to Kumas. Sliding challenge came in from Ward. Wagner just takes out Ronald right on the right-hand touchline for Swansea. There's been no cards tonight.
I believe he's not put the card out for that. Wagner knows exactly what he's doing. It's a strong challenge. Ronald, I think he's just got up there very, very well there. Good little bit of quality there from Ronald.
40 seconds to go. Poor old Scott Wright is being handed his coat back. Don't think you're going to get on the field, young man. Birmingham trying to hold on. Is it going to be Swansea to restore their lead and steal all 3 points tonight? Those who were trying to leave early are waiting in the gangways all around the stadium. Galbraith to launch it forwards in the final 10 seconds. Up towards the Birmingham penalty area. Beadle, the goalkeeper, comes and claims it. Just what you need from your keeper in a pressure situation.
Yeah, brilliant from Beadle. It's exactly what you need there. Came through a lot of bodies as well.
Smashes it downfield from keeper to keeper. And that's it. Final whistle goes. The points are shared. Birmingham at least end their losing run away from home. 3 unbeaten for under fire, under pressure, Chris Davis. They fought from a goal down. A brilliant early strike from Zan Potnik, Swansea's top scorer. They've been the informed side at home, but they were held here by a brilliant shot in off the underside of the crossbar from Patrick Roberts in the second half. There wasn't to be the late drama that we so hoped for, but boy, we were certainly entertained nonetheless here tonight.
Yeah, much better second half, wasn't it? You know, I think you're looking at that, both teams competitive, some great quality in that attacking third as well. Both teams created some really good opportunities as well. I think it was probably a fair result. You know, I think Swansea probably had the better of it. the more I guess the bigger chances in the game. But like you say, I think Vitor Matos will. I think there's more positives to take than negatives out of it, and it's another point on the board. It's about they've got to look at their away form as well now, and can they try and take this what they've created here, and the fans play a massive part to that as well, Mikey. And the players feed off that. They've got to try and create that same energy, that environment away from home, no matter where you are.
Swansea, the better team in the first half.
Definitely,
Birmingham,
yeah.
Did they just edge it second half?
I'd say Birmingham probably edged it second half, albeit I think Swansea probably had the better of the chances. I know Birmingham got the goal, of course. Great bit of quality from Patrick Roberts.
Yeah, Patrick Roberts, a big moment for him, a big moment potentially for Chris Davis, because they needed to stop that losing run away from home.
No, definitely. I think I don't think he's under pressure, but I think there's an expectation there, and he is crying out to reinvest and recruit, and I think he will get his wish. But when that happens, it's the greater the expectation. I'm afraid.
Man of the match, where would you go?
Man of the match.
Who really stood out to you tonight, Chris O'Wellman?
Well, I've got to say, I think Gonzalo Franco. I think fantastic quality. The assist. I think he really got all over the pitch, done everything well, won his ball, won his first, picked up seconds, and then had that quality in that transition as well.
Chris O'Wellman, thank you very much indeed for your company tonight. Don't forget, EFL All Access is back on Talksport from 6 p.m. on Talksport 2 on Monday night. There is live NFL coming later on Talksport 2. Over on Talksport, Rory Jennings is about to get underway. But up next here, it's Cult Heroes with Danny Kelly.